Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CRUBCAST, your weekly dose of controlled chaos in podcast form, where every week it gets a little bit worse. Except this week, it's going to be as worse as last week, whatever came out last week, because today we're doing something wholesome, special, wonderful, lovely, thoughtful. Just like the gifts we love to receive around the holidays, we are going to talk about a gamer gift-giving guide for the gamer in your life. If you are someone who has somehow found this podcast and is an adult with children, we are sorry. Don't look at the rest of our channel. I am Chris Minkus fan. With me is JTart9. Justin. Hi, Justin.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? And happy holidays.
Happy holidays. And Rocks Brody, say hello, but only hello.
That's right. It's another holiday episode with the three of us. Get ready.
And it went so well the last time. We thought we had to do it again.
It went amazing last time.
So ostensibly, this is for a gift-giving guide for someone else, but we know our audience, and we know this will only reach people who are extreme gamers. So this might be just things you haven't thought about,
already want,
and you're like, yeah, I like spending money in current day. Yeah.
Well, my wife had suggested this when we were out walking and doing a little sightseeing, little window shopping, and just kind of all doing stuff. And it's the kind of thing where if you have a partner that maybe doesn't know like exactly the kind of things to get you, like if you have a partner that's like, oh, I'm not really into video games, nerdy stuff quite as much, what can I get you? These are maybe some suggestions. You send them this video, or you can
don't make a list from the video, make them listen to all of this.
yeah. I was gonna say you could do like an item. We might put out this video. We'll probably put out an itemized list. But you know, it's just it's little suggestions. Yeah. I don't know. I she said it after saying that we should make a video about what video games Lightning McQueen would play, and I thought maybe this was the better suggestion.
I didn't have that in me. I might have actually quit if we did that this week. I'm not going to lie. Get back at me in like 2 weeks, but
I'm not sure which one of you put the link to the article in our chat when we were discussing doing this topic. That like 60% of kids want like just currency, like digital currency,
V-Bucks, Roblox money, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm like, man, that's really sad.
My $20 pick is a $20 PSN card. Big ticket item, $100 PSN card.
Yeah, no gift cards. Gift cards are a gimme, obviously. They're nice. Like I'm never mad about getting one. You know,
listen, it's one of those things where you're never mad about getting a gift card, but you're like, man, you know me, you know what I'd like. I want you to surprise me with something that you think I would like.
Yeah. I enjoy a gift card because it is guilt-free money. It's like, oh, I can only spend this on video games. So cool, I don't have to feel bad about dropping $100.
Yeah, like you have to spend this money on the PSN store, so you're like, I might as well, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's this game I'm thinking about buying, might as well do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here for the good stuff, physical items, and possibly experiences. I don't know what people have brought to the table.
Well, I, for one, just recently enjoyed a tabletop board game convention. So we're dating this episode a little bit, but when I was there,
You're dating the holiday episode, Justin?
Wait, hold on. I think I am. So I was there and I took note of some things that I think would be really, really cool to get for people in your life that enjoy board games, because video games are easy. What about a good like board game that you can play with your family? And one that I picked up that I think would be perfect for anyone who has family coming around for the holidays is a card game called Anomia. And it's a card game that's super simple. It's just a little deck of cards, and you deal out a card to everybody, and each card has something on it that says like type of soda. And then the next card says like like a gymnast. And then if the two symbols on the card match, the two people that are matching now have to go against each other and say the one that's on the opposing person's card. So let's say if mine said soda and Chris's said gymnast, Chris would have to say a brand of soda before I can say the name of a gymnast. And you keep going like that in a circle, and you keep collecting points until the deck is gotten rid of. And at the end of the game, you count them all up and see who wins. And it's a great game that if you had that in your stocking, that's something that you could immediately break out after the gifts are given out, and you can start playing a game with your family right then and there.
That was something I was thinking of, right? Because video games are generally such solitary experiences, right? Like, you get the gift, you get the game, you know, and then you kind of, like a rat, you scurry back to your room and turn off the lights and don't talk to anyone again for like the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thoughtful idea,
a
Justin.
holiday tradition.
A holiday tradition, yeah.
You know, genuinely, the year that I got an Xbox Connect for my 360, I did not do anything but play Connect games for that entire day. But the issue was then I played every single Connect game, so like I had nothing else to play.
If you were a YouTuber, you could do I played every Connect game, here's what happened. You know, and you'd already have the footage because it's a camera, right? And you could be like, man, Christmas rocked this year. I played Connect Sports Adventures and Disney Pixar Rush. Oh yeah,
and Connectables.
You know, but that is that's a good suggestion, because I feel like growing up being given video games, there was nothing I liked less on Christmas than having to stop playing those video games in order to like go have Christmas dinner or something like that. So your idea is very good for actually fostering perhaps
the holiday spirit.
Yeah, holiday spirit, actually spending time with family, as opposed to playing Mario Galaxy for 7 days straight and 100%ing it, which you can hear about on our other holiday episode, which you should definitely go watch.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what do you think would be a great stocking stuffer to find in the when you open up everything in Christmas?
A browser plugin that lets you block YouTube videos, so that way when that one comes up after this one, you can hit block video and never see it again. I think that's a thoughtful gift. You can put the URL on a piece of paper and slide it into the stocking. I tend to think of things of like, you know, because we're speaking to such a general audience. I'm like, okay, so for me, I want things that I'm always wanting, like a Heimlich maneuver for Justin as he chokes out on the recording, right? Like, I hear you have to break the ribs to do that, but I've never done it, so I'm not sure. So, like, a how-to CPR guide might be kind of helpful. But, you know, it's things of, like, every other week, I'm like, oh, I want that, but I just don't buy it for myself because it's not that much of a necessity, you know? Like, rechargeable AA batteries, a headphone holder clamp that you just put on a desk and you can hang your head holders on, vitamin gummies, deodorant, I paused my game to be here t-shirt that's uncomfortable, stuff like that, where like I always want it, but I'm not really buying it for myself, you know?
My dad would give me so much stuff like that. I have a pillow that says like it's gaming time or something with like bathroom decals of like male bathroom caricature, something like that.
Is what gamers need, my man. You could
listen. I like, there is nothing I like less than getting a generalized gift on a hobby that my parents are like, yeah, they're like, my family's like, yeah, he plays video games. Let's get him the pillow,
salt and pepper shaker. He can put it on his gaming food.
Right. At least that's kind of neat. I don't know.
Something else you could do, speaking of gaming themed apparel, is find out which major companies are no longer doing their direct stores due to things such as tariffs and declining economy spending. So you can pilfer the PlayStation Gear store and get a Horizon VR Call of the Mountains beanie for $5 for a loved one this year and wear it on your next podcast. And
when it comes to little things,
I'm sustainable.
Oh, that's getting somebody wet out there.
That's insane, bro.
I'm not going to say that.
Again, if you're a 40-year-old parent who found this video, sorry.
No, it could have got worse. I could have said what I was going to say.
You could have said what I was going to say, says the person who said the thing they said.
No, I didn't. But so, yeah, no, I think merch is honestly like a great thing. Cause like I always see cool merch and I'm like, oh, that would be awesome. But like, I'm just like, I would rather spend my money on something else. Like if it's a video game,
you'd rather have the thing you want to experience than things about the thing you want to experience.
Yes, exactly. 100%. The only time, I mean, I've gone now and bought myself some shirts and stuff, but like the only time I really bought like merch that wasn't like functional clothing that I needed anyway, was like for Hollow Knight, where I was like, oh, I think Team Cherry deserves more of my money. And I went and bought their merch. Otherwise, I don't really buy merch for myself. I did buy the $200 Spyro statue, but I don't really buy merch for myself other than that. And
if you haven't stuffed a $200 First for Figures Spyro statue in your kid's stocking, do you even love your kid?
The problem was they came out with a Ripto's Rage one afterwards, and I'm like, damn, I should have waited. But but like literally, like it's when someone gets me a gift and it's gaming related and it's not generalized. If it's like, or if it's anime related but it's not generalized, it's like, oh, here's a thing about the thing you actually like. I know you well enough to know that you like that thing. I'm like, oh, I feel really good about that. Like, you've got me something from a media franchise that I really enjoy. I wouldn't have got it for myself, but I liked looking at it on my shelf and going, I like that show. Like, that's nice. So my my pitch for my my thing on here was actually, my wife really likes the Kirby, well, the little blind boxes that you can get from like GameStop, EB Games, or like Miniso, and like all these places where it's like, oh, there's like 1 of 8 figurines that come in, and I have a bunch of different ones up here. They're all Kirby because my wife recently bought one, but she also got like, she's bought like Spy Family ones before, so she has like a couple Anyas and a couple Yours and I think a Lloyd.
Good show.
Yeah, and so she wants to get more of the Kirby ones, and she loves the aspect of not knowing what's in the box. She likes being surprised. She'll get those little mini kits of like minifigs of like tables and things. Any of those little random, open it up, you don't know what you're going to get inside, but it's like one of these figures kind of things. Like, I think those make great stocking stuffers. They're pretty cheap. All the Kirby ones I'm looking at range from like $7 to the priciest one is like $14. I think this is Canadian, so like even cheaper really than that.
Because I was going to say, bro, do you think we're made of money over here? Come on.
Right, and it's just like, yeah, it's a little surprise. You don't even necessarily know what you're getting them. So it's a surprise for you too when they open it. That's kind of fun.
That's fun. That fits very well into my thing I always want, but never want to spend money on for myself thing. You know, like I never want to buy a blind box, but I always want to open one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was a good pitch for there. So the Kirby ones, there's a bunch of Kirby ones right now, I think because Air Riders 2 is coming out, but usually you'll see whenever some kind of game is coming out, like there'll be blind boxes. If it's like a big game, like a Nintendo game or something, they like to put them out at EB Games and stuff like that. For the holiday season, I'm guessing it's going to be mostly like this year, a lot of Kirby. I don't know. You might have been able to find some
Kaisen there. Like,
yeah, probably
always Jujutsu Kaisen.
A lot of anime ones, probably some Pokemon. Definitely, you'd be able to find.
Yeah, I feel like just putting Pokemon or anything right now, it just flies off the shelf. So it makes sense.
Like Frost275269 in our Twitch chat said, couple packs of cards. If you know the person is into the trading card game is always easy. That's right. Every week we stream this live on twitch.tv/crub_official at 6:30 p.m. Eastern at Tuesday on
that
Twitch
live
website.
right now?
You could be in our chat saying the things that we read out loud. That's all I'm promoting.
People are watching me right now? Jesus.
But what about all our bonus content on Patreon?
Well, if you that's
the real stocking stuffer here. You should be subscribing to the Patreon.
If you reach back into that stocking for the browser extension to block our worst episode and then turned it around, there's actually another side to the paper. And what that paper says is https://patreon.com/crub, where for $5 a month you can get access to so many hours of video content of stuff that is of at least equal entertainment to everything that's happened in the last. Has it only been 10 minutes? Jesus Christ. You could go there and give us $5.
No www dot?
We don't need the www dot. It's not important.
You don't have to anymore. The browsers figure that out. You can just type it now. You can just type patreon.com/crub.
You don't need the HTTP.
But it's a really long strip of paper because the browser extension URL was like crazy long. So you got to fill it out.
I like the idea that you took the first piece of paper out and then you were like, wait a minute, this folds. And then you unfold like 4 more times and it's just the entire link to the Patreon.
Yeah. You know, distribute liberally this holiday season.
Patreon or crub.com/Kirby Airriders illegal ROM download free.
I think it's legal.
That's to get free milk. It's free milk. You don't have to buy it anymore. They just give it to you.
Which is something one of our cohorts suggested. I liked his actual suggestions, so I'm going to shout out Nico, member of Crub, who gave 2 things that, again, very much like things I always need or want but don't get for myself. Extra long USB-C cables, just because you never know.
Yeah, they're useful.
They're
generally useful.
Cable management kit. Now that's one where I would never buy myself a cable management kit, but I would very much appreciate having one. And if you are a gamer or you know a gamer, if you know a gamer, you probably hate their cables, frankly. So that's like a good gift for everyone. Good job, Nico. He also said a set of 12 mason jars. Not sure what for.
So here's the thing with the cable management kit for me. Am I going to take the time to do it?
Or is the gift setting it up for the gamer?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you planting that idea in their mind of like, I should do this?
I want you to do it for me, actually.
I don't know if I got that as a gift. I don't think I would use it right away just because my cables are so ingrained. Like, it takes me 3 days to set up my setup whenever I move. But
that's true.
No, like legit.
That was an ordeal.
Legit. Yeah. But if I had the management kit and then I moved, I'd probably use it when setting it up.
When you're moving, so you can just set it up and have it done the right way first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now everything's just plugged into the way it needs to be, so it works. But if I had to wire management now,
you have to take the whole thing apart, redo it. Yeah.
Because like, what if I move? What if I go somewhere else where now I got to remanage this? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, I mean, you could just get some toilet paper rolls and basically do the same thing, right?
Honestly, kind of. Another thing that I would recommend for the stocking stuffer is it's another card game that I know of. I didn't see it at the convention that I went to, but it's a game called Fluxx. And so something that I love is a card game that when I open up the box and put the cards on the table, I just go, you do this, and then everyone just kind of understands it. And Fluxx is very much so one of those games where Fluxx starts with one rule, and the entire point of the game is to keep playing cards, to keep changing the rules of the game. So you keep doing what the cards say, and then you just keep having a good time because everything just starts changing like crazy all over the place.
2 X's?
This is the question.
I believe so, yes. FLUXX.
Link will be in the show notes for anyone listening.
Good game. It's also like, it generally comes in like what a normal deck box for like a number, like a 52 deck playing cards, like King, Queen, Balatro kind of cards.
Balatro.
So you can just take that thing, throw it right in the stocking stuffer, throw it right in the stocking. They take it out, they throw it right in their purse or their backpack or anything like that, and you just have a game. You can just break that out at any time. Like you're sitting at a restaurant, you're waiting for your food to come out, throw down Fluxx for a little bit, you can play a card game right then and there.
I wish to be so not self-conscious to be in a restaurant and say, I'm going to play a card game right here. That sounds like a utopia. I play the Cracker Barrel, Are You an Ignoramus pin game, but
yeah, stuff like that.
Well, that's a little different than like, scattering the cards out on the table and being like, all right, let's go.
I mean, the real play is to order a child's menu and do the little coloring mazes and crosswords.
Brody, we all do that. We don't even have to say that one. Another gift
I like going
idea.
to Montana's because they just let you do it right on the table.
Everyone loves artwork. What if you had Deacon St. John from Days Gone on your wall from the 30th anniversary of Ben Studio?
Why is that there? Why do you have that?
Sometimes you got to buy people the things they want but won't buy themselves, and sometimes that person is you in both instances. It also has Nathan Drake on it and the guy from Siphon Filter.
Why? That's not from Ben Studio, is it not?
No, it is. They made an Uncharted. It was the Vita one.
They made an Uncharted. Got it.
So, sometimes you got to do it too.
Maybe, another stocking stuffer idea, a frame to put your Deacon St. John poster in.
Now, that's what I don't have. I didn't order a frame yet. If someone gave me a frame for Christmas, it'd be appreciated.
Bro, I got a frame for you. I will mail it to you.
I really thought you were going to say stocking stuffer, like a PS Vita loaded up with Uncharted Golden Abyss.
No,
probably wouldn't be too expensive.
That'd be in our next category of cool shit. If you actually really like the person you're buying something for and are affluent, we're talking the bigger ticket items like $100 or whatever, right? An actual thing. Yeah. I was curious, I guess at you, Brody, because you mentioned in your pitch here something like the Sonic Symphony tickets, and I was like, oh, duh, an experience, right?
Like, right. An experience like that. I had Even last year, my aunt got my wife and I tickets to an aquarium, like a big aquarium, and we got to go around there. And not something that I think that we would have thought to just do ourselves, but we really enjoyed it. It was super cool. They had like a tunnel where you could go underneath and like watch the sharks and all the different fish like swim over you and stuff like that. Really awesome. Experiences are a great gift. Sometimes you have to be careful with them because they can. You could be giving someone an obligation.
Yeah, like
if it's like a timed thing.
Yeah, like there is a burden attached to an experience because like now you have to go and do it. But I would argue that an experience like that is something that you're not going to make the time for it yourself as like a busy adult with things to do. So you have someone giving you that experience to be like, hey, all you need to do is show up. I've taken care of everything else for you. That is where like I find that the experience is really great. Like last Christmas I gave my parents wine for two at a winery, and I'm like, you guys spend too much time taking care of yourself and me and everyone else in your life. Take a day, go enjoy the vineyards, and like on me, get some wine. They bring you snacks, like stuff like that.
Yeah, because who just goes to a winery on their own unless you're crazy, right? It's just not something you think to do. Yeah.
Or you're just like, I just really need a bottle right now. I just need a whole bottle right now.
I gotta go eat the grapes.
Just keeps buying me experiences every Christmas. I just need some.
Yeah.
Just give me some V-Bucks, man. Come on.
Everyone, all I've asked my 22-year-old child for is V-Bucks.
I'm sorry, Miles, you can't give the battle pass with V-Bucks.
Bro, how do I buy the battle pass for someone with V-Bucks? Can someone figure it out for me? So can someone tell me how to do it?
Yeah, but yeah, so there are options, right? So like the Sonic Symphony is the one that I thought of because it's like that would be something that like it would be like unironically, I would go to that. That'd be super cool to see.
Let me tell
super
you,
cool to get to. There's no way I would buy tickets myself.
Exactly. We almost went as Crub, like all of us.
We did.
Like US based ones, right? And then we saw that the price was like $100 a ticket or something. We were like, actually, maybe not. But
yeah, I'm good with watching that one video of it on YouTube over and over again.
Like,
you know?
if we didn't have to pay to travel to the place and then buy the ticket as well, and then also find accommodation for the night.
Yeah.
It would have been very, very cool to do, but like it would have been like a $400, $500 thing at the end of the day.
I will tell you though, from being to Sonic concerts in the past, if you're like, oh man, I need something this person will never remember. If you're in this kind of ballpark, right? You don't forget singing stupid Sonic songs in a crowd of stupid Sonic fans as the actual Sonic people, depending on where you're at, perform the songs they sang or wrote up there. Just like the energy in the room.
That'd be cool.
Nothing compares to it, and you don't forget it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. It's... Yeah, so yeah, concerts are tricky, yeah, because there are specific dates. The cool thing about the
we should also say this is a very North America centric episode. Like I think PlayStation canceled all of its European symphonic things, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is one of the few perks about where we are is that we get all this shit pretty regularly. Oops.
Yeah.
I've gone to the Stardew Valley concert, the Shovel Knight concert, and the Genshin Impact concert. So
yeah, it's neat. And I feel like if you're buying for someone younger, like 15
it's
or
a night
under,
out. It's genuinely like a night out. You like, yes, you can go enjoy your night, see something that you wouldn't normally get to see.
Like how often are you going to like a symphonic performance, right? Like even if you're the person buying and you don't know what a Sonic or Stardew Valley is, like you're at least still going and watching like dozens of
orchestras, performers
like perform. There's something
super talented people that like you're not going into like a random orchestra to watch someone play like Vivaldi.
Yeah, unlikely.
So at least it's something that like is you at least have a touchstone to it, but you also are exposed to something new that you might not know you like when Brody went to the aquarium. Yeah,
well, I mean, I always knew that I liked like aquariums and things like that, but this was like it's one of the biggest ones in like Canada, I think, one of the coolest ones. And what was neat about that though, specifically something to consider if you are looking to get someone an experience is the way that my aunt did it. I guess the way that the aquarium does it is it was kind of like getting a ticket for the season that could be used anytime in that season. So it allowed Becca and I to kind of say, okay, well, when does it make sense for us to go there? We can plan a little trip to the city. We can go and like do that and like have a nice night there. We were able to do it on our schedule, which made it so much easier, so much nicer to just be able to go and to do that. Same thing with something like a season pass to an amusement park or something. Like as a gift to someone, that's great because even if they go once, they're still going for free. Becca was very, very nice. She did a very, very nice thing for me last year. Got us both season pass tickets to this one amusement park that we enjoyed going to the previous year. The issue kind of became, in order to get the money's worth of the season pass tickets, we had to go at least twice in the year, and going once was not too hard. Being able to go twice was a little more challenging. We were able to do it, and obviously if you go even more than twice, you're getting even more of your money's worth out of those tickets, but like we were like, we have to go twice to make it have been worth it for you to have done this. And it was fun. Super fun.
The theme park's like super demanding of you too. Like it's physical as well.
Yeah, but like I really appreciated it. It was a very thoughtful gift. But something to think about if you're getting something, think about the person's schedule for an experience like that. Are you getting them something that they can schedule around? Are you getting them something that they can schedule for themselves? Is it like a one night only kind of thing
from their jobs so that they have time to go to the thing?
Right. Exactly. But yeah, an experience is a great big ticket item. The other thing is obviously like a big piece of tech. Who doesn't enjoy getting like a cool piece of tech, right? Like something that just does something that they can't do. So like my wife loves kitchen supplies, right? Different things like that. I really she got me last year. This was my pitch for this one because it's a cool item, but it's not like so expensive that it's like ridiculous. She got me a backbone controller adapter. Yeah,
it's one of those you can just stick your phone into.
Yeah, for my Android. And it's really cool because you basically turn your controller or turn your phone into, it has now a controller thing, and it like has all like the X inputs and all of that stuff. And so it's cool because it's probably like it's about half the price of like a PlayStation Portal, and a PlayStation Portal can only play like streaming off of a PlayStation 5 onto the thing, whereas my backbone that connects to my phone, I can use it to stream my PlayStation to my phone and play all of the stuff I could play on a PlayStation Portal, or I can play, there's like mobile games and stuff that can use it. There's also, you can get like emulators and stuff, and then basically play all your favorite classic games on the go on your phone with actual X inputs. I was playing like a Bug's Life PS1 on my phone when I first got it. That was fantastic, and like that the emulator connected to retro achievements and everything too. So like that was really cool.
That's why you have that on your profile. When I added you, I was like, man, I grew up with that game, but what a random first thing to pull up on retro achievements is a
I was trying to get Duck Station to work on my phone, and then connected retro achievements. I was playing Bug's Life just to like test out how the emulation stuff worked, and it was perfect. I played a lot of like Slay the Spire or like a Slay the Spire knockoff through it in like a PlayStation Portal kind of way.
I've gotten Slay the Spire. You probably just play that with a touchscreen.
You could, absolutely. But I mean, like, I just enjoyed being able to be like, oh, I have it on my phone here. And then in the same way with like a PlayStation Portal, it's like, oh, someone can go use the TV for something else while I'm playing on the couch with that. Yeah. And again, and this, by the time this episode goes out, this probably wouldn't be relevant, but to anyone watching on the stream, Black Friday deals are happening right now. And like a lot of this stuff probably that we're going to say, including the backbone, which I'm saying now, is on sale, right? It's on sale for like a certain % off or whatever. I think it's like 99 American or something like that. And like, yeah, it's I think it's a great gift. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I will continue to get use out of it.
Does it have its own battery? Do you have to charge it?
No, it uses your phone's battery. And this is what I'll say is, depending on your phone, make sure your phone's USB-C port has a two-way connection, because you could end up in a situation where you basically can't charge your phone while also using the backbone. So you'd have to independently charge your phone and then use the backbone without the charger.
Which kind of defeats the purpose of it.
Well, Well, I mean, you should be able to use it normally. You should be able to charge it while you're using it, but just depending on the phone, look for compatibility things. My wife ended up she had to return one because she ended up getting one that was only compatible with iPhones at first. And then she had to go and be like, oh, no, I need one that's compatible with Androids because I have an Android.
He doesn't have one, yeah.
Yeah. So just, be on the lookout for certain things like that as well. Make sure you're doing your research. Be a smart consumer. Don't just be a consumer, with anything. Yeah. I think that's general advice.
I consume like a black hole, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, that was my big ticket item because that's what I got last year, and it's been great. It's a fantastic little piece of tech.
Justin?
It does sound pretty not novel too, because like I never think to actually use my phone for like real gaming. Like if I'm not playing Fire Emblem Heroes on my phone, I'm not playing a game. Or Blanchro.
Emulators natively on the phone, and then streaming PlayStation, like PlayStation's second screen functionality goes right to it, and like it works as well as you would expect. Like it's decent as long as you're in range or whatever.
There's a Steam Link app. I don't remember if you need to have the Steam Link, but I think that's on eBay for a few dozen dollars also. Get your Steam library going with that.
Not too bad. Yeah.
The Steam Link stuff, I did try that out. It was a little more finicky than I would have liked, but I was able to get it kind of working. But yeah, like if you don't want to like shell out for a full Steam Deck or a PlayStation Portal, like this is a great budget way to do it. And honestly, I think it's more versatile in general anyway.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would argue that the Steam Deck is probably just as versatile, just because it is because of the price point of the Steam Deck and how it is just a computer in your hands. Everything you can do with the backbone, you can do with the Steam Deck, but I would also say that the backbone is a lot lighter to carry around and not as cumbersome to use, which also gives it a lot more bonus points. It also
$500 less.
Yeah,
right.
It's like if you get Steam Decks on a sale, you can probably get it for like $350.
I guess.
Which I think is what I paid for mine. And then I just threw a terabyte hard drive into it and called it a day.
Storage space for your gamer.
Yeah.
Micro SD for a Switch 2, a drive for a PC. That's the kind of thing where it's like maybe they won't get it themselves.
An SSD for their PlayStation 5.
You can get a nice, like, on sale, you could get a 5 terabyte hard drive for like under $100 easy. Like these days.
Yeah.
Like it may be an HDD, but that's 5 terabytes is a lot of storage.
That's not a glitzy glamoury gift, but boy is it useful.
Oh absolutely. My God, yeah. You could like literally there's always like I've never not thought about getting more storage space for my computer or my like specifically in my PlayStation 5 because I got the 500 gigabyte model and I am constantly having to delete things to make room for other things. And it's like it would be nice if I had another like terabyte on here so I just don't have to think about it.
Ooh, I'll take the opportunity to show a purchase I made last year.
It's not a gift. You bought it for yourself.
Yeah, I made it for myself, but I think it would make a good gift. If you have an artist in your life, a digital artist or anything like that likes to draw, likes to paint, likes to do any of that stuff in a digital way. I recently, in the last year, bought myself an XP Pen drawing tablet. And it's really good. It's the first a drawing tablet I've ever had that actually has a screen on it because historically I would get like a bamboo, like a Wacom bamboo that doesn't have a screen. So I would draw on the tablet, but have to be looking at the screen. And I made that work. It was totally fine. But man, drawing with the actual screen is revolutionary. And the reason that I never ended up getting one of those myself, I did use a few of them in college because they had them at school and they're gigantic. They're really, really big. They like stand up. They're really cool, but they are prohibitively expensive because they get upwards of like $1,000, $2,000. The XP Pen was something like $350, which is still very pricey. Don't get me wrong.
But it's basically a monitor. Like it's a monitor that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It also functions as my third monitor, which is like really cool. Like it's making a lot of stuff very easy and intuitive to like do. Yeah, I would say if you have a digital artist in your life. And they somehow don't already have a tablet with a screen on it. The XP Pen, I think it's XP Pen Create or something like that. I should know the full name if I'm going to shill it, but hey.
I have the sorry, you go, Chris.
You go ahead. I had a diversion.
I was going to say I have the artistic level of a toddler, but I have genuinely considered like getting a tablet with a pen that's a touchscreen like that. Just because you can use it for like gaming too. Like you can use it for gaming.
Play old DS games.
Old DS games.
Finally, I can play my Phantom Hourglass.
My brain age is going to be so low, bro.
You could play like Osu. You could play like I know that Civ has touchscreen modes that you can play.
You would be the kind of person to get a drawing tablet, and then go, I'm going to dedicate this to playing Osu.
I mean, I would be. I do love me a rhythm game.
I am going to take us back to our stocking stuffer because I remembered something I wanted to shout out, and then I'm going to take us back to where we were.
Sounds good to me.
Go to Etsy, and if you want something for yourself, or you know someone who likes something, see what people make, because some of the most thoughtful gifts I've got were like, people know I like Yakuza, right? So someone got me a lighter with Kiryu's dragon tattoo kind of like embossed in gold on it. The other side has my last name on it, so I'm not going to flip this around, but it's just a lighter, and it has a Yakuza thing on the front. There's a, what do you call the things you drink from? Flask?
A tumbler.
A tumbler? I have a tumbler, not the website.
Are you talking about like the flask that like you stick in your pocket?
Yeah, like you have problems if you actively use it kind of flat thing. I think it's a flask.
That's a flask, yeah.
Yeah, like I have a Yakuza one themed to that, like some little buttons with like fan art on it. You know, something unique, something different. You support like an actual person making it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something kind of smaller. Always very nice. To go back to a bigger ticket item, I know it's a little more specific maybe. I know music streaming is all the rage, but games have music, and sometimes it's just nice to own the CD for a thing. Yeah. I have the Sonic Frontier soundtrack here. It's 6 CDs. Great soundtrack. Not the kind of thing most people would buy for themselves. Yeah. But it's very neat. And if you go to a Sonic Symphony, maybe you will meet someone who could sign it. I will also say, for some reason, video game soundtracks are on vinyl all the time. And
yeah, I was going to say, if you
interesting one.
If you know like a turbo nerd, you can do like a vinyl, but they needed something to actually play the vinyl with, which is usually the problem.
But the thing with the vinyl that I like is that it is also a piece of art. You could just hang that vinyl in a frame and get just as much use out of it because you can just stream the music on there.
Not the ideal way to do it, but of course that is an option as well, right?
Yeah.
I guess you could buy a turntable from someone. I think you want to avoid the suitcase ones. I think those damage the actual vinyl. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you want like a
record player,
a gramophone.
Yeah. Honestly, like I would love to listen to like old like the Japanese jazz that you get in a lot of like those video games. Putting that through a gramophone would be such a vibe.
Yeah,
like, it honestly. Would be.
And there's quite a diverse thing. Like I prefer CDs, but there's so many random video games that are getting like officially licensed vinyl releases. Like I'm on a mailing list, and I just got sent something for an Ape Escape 3 vinyl releasing soon. And
it's like, who asked for an Ape Escape 3 vinyl?
I have a Vib Ribbon vinyl that's official for some reason.
But that makes sense. That's a music game.
Yeah, but you know, it's like I don't use Spotify really. I get a trial once in a while, but it's like a coin flip if like the stuff I want is in licensed, right? Like there's some Sonic Rush music that just goes on and off the service, and sometimes it's just nice to actually own the music and say, okay, I have it and I can listen to it if I want it. No worries.
And you can and then you could also just like rip that and put it onto your computer and then just stream it off of like your phone, because you can now just put it on your phone.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure, because there's so many times I'm like, oh, I want to go listen to like all of the fairy tale intros in their full versions sequentially, but because they're all different bands, it's like Spotify just doesn't have like half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one that I've always wanted to own, that when I went to Japan, I was actively looking for it. They had a giant fold-out like commemorative anniversary CD of Fire Emblem 6 and 7, and it was a fold-out art, and the arts connected to each other once you folded them out. So like one half of it was Roy and Lilina from that game, and then you folded it out, and the other side of the hill was their parents from like Fire Emblem 7, and it's really, really cool. And like, honestly, I wouldn't even buy it to like listen to it on a CD, because my car doesn't even have a CD player anymore. Like, I would just want it so that way I can see it and have it on my shelf and have it part of the collection.
Man, you just hit on something that's like, I wouldn't buy it, but I mean, if someone got it for me. New car stereo system, like a new thing you put in that just has like CD, Bluetooth, everything just kind of going for it already.
Like everything, yeah.
Yeah. Buy that from some guy in a van in the back alley. I know a guy. I'll hook you up.
It's the one that you already had stolen from you. No, yeah. I think this is a good opportunity. I'd like to shout out with the in the effort of pointing people towards places they can go to get stuff that is a little more niche for their turbo nerd in their life. Because if you go to something where like Walmart or Amazon, you're gonna find those I could be gaming pillows, like that.
And it's true, you could be.
Right, but like that kind of crap that's just so generalized and doesn't make you feel like the person who's giving it to you actually sees you. If you want to get stuff that's like cooler, you can go to specialty shops, right? Like GameStop is obviously they've kind of converted into a merch store now because they know that that's kind of what they have to do. But you can. I've gone to many websites. I'm a big fan of fangamer.com. Fangamer has a lot of good merch. They do a lot of stuff for indies. Like there are a lot of indie games that do their merch through Fangamer, so you can get a lot of cool niche stuff that you wouldn't get elsewhere. You can get shirts, all kinds of clothing items. You can get all kinds of just collector's items and things like that. I got my Hollow Knight special edition there, so I have like the Wanderer's Journal and all of that stuff there. I've gotten so many of my shirts from there. I've gotten Becca like Stardew Valley water bottles and like Stardew Valley stickers and all crochet kits and all of these things from there.
You
like
can
really
get the
cool
Stardew
stuff.
Valley complete vinyl soundtrack box set.
Yeah, and they like a lot of representation for a lot of really cool indie games. I'd also shout out the Yeti, YETEE. They do a lot of good clothing for video games and stuff. They also commission like specialty artists to do the clothing, similar to the way that like Hot Topic does, where they'll have like specific artists and they'll highlight them throughout the week or the month or whatever it is. So you can get a lot of like really cool, bespoke, unique art that isn't just like the green Legend of Zelda Triforce shirt with the brown cargo shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
That's literally all I wear, though. That's the only thing I wear.
Right, but that's the thing is I've gotten so many shirts that are of that fashion sense, but for like Hollow Knight and Flint Hook and all of these random indie games that I play that no one's ever heard of. And so it's really cool to have that kind of like representation and be able to wear the cool band shirts, right? As opposed to just the general stuff that you see. The last one I'll throw out is Insert Coin, or I think it's Insert Coin Clothing, perhaps. They also do a lot of cool stuff. They get PlayStation brand stuff as well, but they also get like different games. They'll hit some of the more popular games, like the more AAA titles, like you'll get like your Elden Rings and things like that in there as well. But yeah, Fangamer, the Yeti, and Insert Coin have been my go-tos for basically merch shopping and clothing shopping.
Let's say Insert Coin did my Chie Satonaka jacket that I got, so
They have my Ono Michio Yakuza Stripe shirt I wear in the show sometimes. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, those are good spots to like get that merch for those in your life that would wear that kind of stuff. Because me personally, especially if it's a game that I do like, I don't want just a shirt that says name of brand with picture.
Yeah.
You want like a cool art piece.
Something that's either a cool art piece or something that is subtle enough where if I'm walking around, those in the know. But to everyone else, they're just like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt."
Nothing makes me feel happier than when I'm wearing like I was wearing my Siegmeyer shirt, the Dark Souls shirt, and I was at the movie theater, and some guy's like, Dark Souls, and I'm like, yeah, like just little things like that. It's the kind of thing where I understand why people wear the band shirts, because it is kind of a conversation starter if someone is in the know.
Yeah.
But I got complimented on my Hollow Knight shirt by like a random child like last month. And I was like, that feels
my favorite
fantastic.
streamer played that game.
Right. No, that felt incredible. I once was walking, I was wearing my Bomberman shirt, and there was a mother and her child, and the mom came up to me like, "Hey, my kid wants to know what game is on your shirt." And I was like, "Oh, Bomberman. She was like, okay, cool. We'll look that up when we get home. And I was like,
I'm going to get put on a list and Google that when I get back.
But it's a lot of like, you get like really cool interactions and that you don't get if you're not having that kind of stuff. And I get why people wear band shirts, but I'm more of a gamer, so it's cool to have that kind of stuff. I have this really cool one
the other day. I was wearing my Sturdy Valley sweatshirt, and he's just like, "Hey, cool game, man, cool shirt." And I was like, "Yeah, man, 40-year-old man at Walmart, let's go."
Yeah, I'm glad you also farm too.
That was why I bought this, though. Like, not only is it comfortable and $5, but the Horizon logo just looks like some stupid outdoor logo, so no one would even know unless you're literally like breathing into my eye sockets what it is. So it's covert. Yeah. But if you're breathing into my eye sockets, we can share a moment about Horizon Call of the Wild VR, a game I've never played.
Bro, I love VR games.
Big ticket item. Get someone a VR.
I genuinely would put that on the list, especially nowadays. PSVR 2s go on sale on deep discounts for Black Friday at this point. And those you can use on the PlayStation, and you can also get their little $50 box and connect it to your PC, and it works like every other VR headset. It's a really good deal if someone wants to dip their toes into VR gaming.
And everyone
I do highly recommend it.
Watch them flail in the living room and look stupid. Like, it's a great gift for everyone, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, it's genuinely one of those games, those gifts for Christmas where you plug it in and then you show it to everyone in your family and everyone gives it a shot.
Yeah. I have a PSVR 1, and so I keep being like, well, I can't play my PSVR 1 games on PSVR 2. That's like the one limitation it has. And also, I already have a VR headset, so it feels
like buying a DSi when you have a DS. You know what I mean?
Right. A little bit, yeah. But then I know it has so much more use cases. So it actually would be kind of worth it. But I'm like, man, I don't know. I just don't know that I would personally make that jump. But if someone was very, very generous, very, very nice, and was like, hey,
that's why it's a great gift. Yeah. That's why it's a great gift.
That's getting to the level of expensive where it's like, I don't expect that from anyone. I would never try to be like, yeah, someone please get that for me, right?
I expect it.
It was my big Christmas gift for my family last year was the PSVR 2. Where I was like, listen, don't get me any other gift, just get me this. And then I will actually, something that I know I will actually use, something I actually want, and something that will get use out of just like wanting to plug it into my computer and play like a bunch of different kinds of VR games.
Just don't be surprised when I break into your house on Christmas night dressed like the Grinch and steal all your presents.
Hey man, that
would
be the first time
you just find them dressed like the Grinch in your living room playing Horizon Call of the Mountain,
Just like, whoa, there's Aloy.
I'm like in full like green face paint. I've like put like the fur on myself. I'm full like Jim Carrey live action The Grinch.
I had to go in military PTSD training for this makeup, just like Jim Carrey.
Like fully intended to like just steal his stuff, but I'm like, actually, it's so cool. I'm just gonna play it right now. Cindy Lou Who comes out like I got the VR headset on, but it's Justin with like blonde pigtails.
Let's start a Crub marketing firm, because I think we just figured out how to sell 3 more PSVR 2s next year. This commercial.
Get Walton Goggins to play the Grinch?
Like no, it's Jim Carrey. We'll tank PlayStation getting him back. Yeah. It's just like he's in the living room and the camera pans up and you just see his disgustingly hairy legs. And he's like, playing Horizon Call of the Mountain VR. It's a very good Jim Carrey impression. And Cindy Lou comes in and she's like, Santa? And he like slowly goes up the headset and then he just puts it back down and it's like, not even the Grinch wants to stop playing this Christmas. And Kratos is there and he's like, good job, boy. Give me money. We'll make it.
We should make that.
That is the most interested anyone has ever been in PSVR 2. I promise.
I promise. Genuinely.
I mean, they literally did. Walmart got Walton Goggins to play a Jim Carrey parody Grinch for a Christmas holiday sale commercial.
Why?
In the last like couple of weeks. You watch it. It is surreal. It is strange. The weird thing is Walton Goggins does a really good Jim Carrey's Grinch. Like he does a really good like version of that where it feels like he's riffing on it, but also kind of bringing his own thing to the table. But it's all for a Walmart sale, which feels like
this is real.
Yep. Yeah, it is real.
The show notes.
Kotaku.com, baby. I'm looking right at it. All right, so this, but with PSVR 2, I think.
I think we could do that. We can get Walton.
Do we want to go to our third category of just a game you should give to somebody?
Yeah, because that's the most obvious thing is like, I don't think any gamer out there has ever been upset about getting a video game as a gift. When I walked down the stairs and I looked under the tree and I saw something wrapped that was just very clearly the size and dimensions of a video game case, I got real happy about that more than just about any other gift I could get. Yeah, I was just like, oh, I got games to open up. That's awesome. So yeah, like nobody's unhappy getting a video game as a gift.
Well, which one do you suggest, Brody? One game. One little game.
That's the thing is I went back and forth on it, and I'm realizing that even now both of my options are kind of like not great options because I'm realizing that both of them could only be gifted digitally. Like
that was the thought I had. Because I was like, oh, what would be like something you could give to somebody and still have them be present during the holiday, right? And I was like, well, maybe a Balatro, but who would ever want to put a Balatro disc into their PlayStation every time they wanted to play Balatro? You know what I mean?
Right. The thing is, they sell it with like a deck of cards so you can play Balatro in real life. But like, who's playing Balatro in real life? That literally doesn't work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky with the way that everything's gotten more digitalized and everything, and it's like you can gift a game over Steam. Like my two picks were kind of going to be either Silksong or Blueprints because I was just like Silksong $20. It's not a big investment, right? Like they made that game cheap on purpose, so you're not even spending like the full price of a game. Good game, fantastic game, lengthy game. And then I thought Blueprints because that one's only like $30. It's on sale right now for $20. And Chris knows, I think, firsthand how much time I got out of Blueprints. Like
it's on a thumbnail. Months, he played every one of those hours.
And months and months and months of playing Blueprints. I just did not stop. And you can get into that. Like you can lose yourself in Blueprints completely. So those were my two picks. But then I thought, like, man, actually, like just now, I'm like, I just described how fun it was to like look at the physical game case and go, ooh, I got a game to open up. And it's like, you can't do that with either of those two. So I'm going to defer to you two and maybe do a little thinking in the back of my head.
This was your suggestion, Brody, you silly goose.
It's very funny because the one that I would recommend is also a digital game. But I do also have a physical one, so I can go to both of them. The digital one that I would recommend is Dispatch. It's a game that is just a TV show. So, like, if you're with the right group of people, you guys can just kind of play it together, make your decisions, watch the show together, and just enjoy yourself. It's kind of like unwrapping a movie is kind of the idea of that one.
Aren't there like dick and balls in that? You bringing that out on the Christmas TV?
That's why I said with a certain group of people, not the family, not the family.
I'm just being clear for the audience at home.
If you want to play a game with the family, I would recommend Mario Party Jamboree. Mm-hmm. That's a good one that you can unwrap underneath the Christmas tree and crack that one open and play with the family on Christmas Day. That's one that I would recommend. On that one as well, Lego Party, something similar like that. Sonic Crossworlds.
When you were saying Super, one. I thought you were going to say Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. Hey. Banana Rumble. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, you could play that.
$20 right now.
It's hard to even be like, oh, what's a PlayStation game I could suggest? Because not even everyone has the ability to play a physical PlayStation game. I don't. Right? I didn't get the disc drive.
Just get Astrobot, man. That's the only one you need.
I was going to suggest Astrobot, but then I was like, man, even then, like some people might just be like, oh, I had to get that one digitally anyway. And you can't, there's no gift function on PlayStation, so you kind of just have to give them a PSN card and go, this is what...
We're assuming whoever is buying knows there's a disc. Well, let's,
Yeah, but I also, I have done in the past, because I like to give my younger brother, and then I have 3 younger cousins in specific that I usually like to give some video game related thing to. Because I like sharing that hobby with them. I know they all like it, and no one else really buys games for them. Mm-hmm. So some years, I'm just like, oh, money's tight, get them a PSN card or whatever it is. But then sometimes I'm like, here's a game. Sometimes specifically, I'm like, here is a $50 or whatever PSN card, and I write in the card, this is what it's for. Go buy Psychonauts 2, or go buy whatever it is game that I would want to be getting them, but I can't because it's only digital.
Yeah, that's funny. There was one year, I think my sister-in-law, she told me, like, listen, all I want are V-Bucks. I just want V-Bucks. So what I did was I got them something for their house that they actually needed, and then got specifically $10 V-Bucks cards and decorated the whole like thing as a Christmas tree. Because what they needed in their house was a ladder. They didn't have a ladder yet because they just moved in. So I bought them a ladder and then taped all the V-Bucks cards to the ladder and made it look like a Christmas tree in the middle of the living room.
That's a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it was V-Bucks, but still.
Well, I got them Xbox gift cards because then they could actually buy a real game if they so desired, but then they just spent it on Game Pass, so.
I mean, at least they're getting something out of that.
Yeah, and now Game Pass comes with Fortnite Crew, so they can just get their V-Bucks that way.
My suggestion.
What was your game? Yeah.
You go to ebay.com. You go to the search bar. You filter price lowest first. You type PS5 Concord. You hit search. Because it hits all three categories depending on how you sort this. It's a stocking stuffer. It's a game. And if you sort most expensive first, it's a high ticket item from someone who is stupid. You could be stupid too. And you get them a copy of Concord.
Because that game is very cheap at this point. No one cares anymore.
That is definitely more of a collector's item than anything, right? Like,
and we all love
it.
Yeah, you can't play. You literally can't play it, but like to have it.
Red guy's on the cover. You know, like what more do you need?
Just look at it.
Just look at it.
Bask in its glory.
At the end of the year, that's usually when that's usually when I want like the big budget AAA game. That's when I get kind of hungry for one because it's just. I just associate the time of the year. You don't have the obligations, ideally, unless you work like retail or something, which fun.
But like you have those like 5-6 days before New Year's Eve, so you're just like, well, I'm off of school anyway.
Off of school, hopefully you're off of work or you have time with your family. There's no reason to go outside if you're somewhere where it gets cold and snowy and you just want to bundle up. That's when I get hungry for like a God of War Ragnarok, when otherwise I don't really have a desire to play it. We were talking about it in the pre-show, but there's just something about having like the expensive, high fidelity, I can lose myself to this for a few days kind of game, and that time period where I'm like, yeah, no, that's Christmas. That's the thing. Yeah. So, Concord PS5 kind of hits that. That title screen music's pretty good. You can kind of put that on and have the fireplace going and think about.
I like the idea of having the Yule log with the Concord theme going on.
It's a good theme. There's some good music on there. Go to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube.
You actually you hit on something. You gave me an idea here because
Down in Wonderworld.
God. No. It's a few weeks back. I went ahead and I've never really done this before. But I did it and I was very satisfied with myself for having done so. In the process of my life, I have had many physical games on older game systems, PlayStation 2, PS1, GameCube, N64, which either I've lost them through time, through moving, or they have ceased to function. And there's always a workaround, right? Like you can go get an emulator. You will always have ways to play these games. There isn't an inherent demand of, I need to go and find a physical copy. But recently in my last move, I was able to then, when we moved here, I set up my old CRT monitor that I had when I was a kid, which is actually an old Commodore 64 monitor with like analog inputs. I've hooked up my GameCube, N64, and PS2 into it. And I went ahead and played a little bit of Thousand Year Door. I played a little bit of Crash Bandicoot just to remind myself what it looked like and felt like to play on a CRT. And because the games were built for that, the way that the composite video, blends everything together. And I realized, I'm like, man, I really wish I had Hot Shots Golf 3 and 4, but I don't know. I've lost them. I don't know where they are, but I really want to play the mini putt from Hot Shots Golf 4 specifically. So I went on eBay.
How did I remind you of Hot Shots Golf again?
Because you had said eBay, and I went on eBay and I found old used copies for $6 and $8 of Hot Shots Golf 3 and 4. Purchased those. They came in the mail. I think that was the most excited I've felt to receive a video game in literally years. I was like, oh my god, I get to open this physical, I get to look at the back of the box and read that they came with the game manuals, and I'm like, I was so excited to put them in my PS2 and start playing on my old CRT monitor, and it just hit in a way that gaming hasn't hit in a while for me, and I, like genuinely an emotional moment. So, if you've got a gamer in your life and maybe they have an old game that they really want, that they've never played or that they've lost to the sands of time for some reason or another, going on like an eBay and finding like an actual old used copy, like, cause sure, they can go play an emulator, but I promise you, get them the original game for the original hardware and ideally a way to play it on like an actual CRT. They will probably cry. Like, it is an actually genuinely emotional moment if you've been away from that experience for years and years, possibly over a decade or more.
And that can hit all three categories today, depending on how you do it. Just like Concord.
That's true, because a CRT could be a nice big ticket item too.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is go on to eBay, find yourself a copy of Choro Q, the Atlas JRPG car racing game for the PS2, and have yourself a whale of a time. I've never played the game. I just bought it. Do we want to talk about today's Patreon question of the week?
We do. Yeah. I can't wait. I've been thinking about it all day. I have so many examples. You could be like TheCrazyEven, who went to patreon.com/Crub, twitch.tv/Crub_official, or youtube.com/Crub_official, and became a patron for at least $2 a month, or subscribed through Twitch, or became a YouTube member, and then accessed our Discord at crub.org/join, and then went to the pinned message channel of Crubscriber updates and found the Google sheet. And then
you wonder why people don't do this as much. You wonder why we don't get as many questions as we would like.
You want to join at the higher tiers. That's where the fun's at. That's where you can watch Brody torture me with Freddy Fish 4. Freddy got fingered. Today's question: if mediocre licensed console games, what?
Yeah,
is that what the game's really called?
Yeah. If mediocre licensed console games for every singular popular movie kept existing at the same rate instead of slowing down considerably around the early 2010s, which game would you have wanted to see come to fruition? Imagine a Minecraft movie game, and then I think this was an error, but it made me laugh, space FE. I don't know if it meant Fire Emblem or what.
I think it meant For Example.
Oh. No,
maybe. But
Minecraft Fire Emblem. I thought...
Also, a Minecraft movie game is, one, Minecraft's already a game. Two, there is a Telltale
that's
Minecraft...
That's not the spirit of the question, Brody. It's what if you went into Walmart and Jack Black's face was on the cover of an Xbox Series S game, and he was going, Flint and Steel! And then you play it and you load in, you're like, oh man, it's Minecraft, but it's like a third-person action game that's
any
shitty.
Movie that wasn't already a video game to begin with.
You don't get it. You don't see the vision, Brody. You don't get it. Look,
I see the vision. I get it.
I brought enough for everyone, to be clear. I have the best examples. You two don't even have to think.
Okay.
Give us one.
But first, I wanted to shout out John Wick Hex, which got delisted. I think that fits the bill. I heard it was kind of good, but the idea of a tactical John Wick game is hilarious. And The Mummy Demastered, which I think is still listed. For some reason, there's a video game from Way Forward about The Mummy from a while back, and it was apparently actually good.
Yes, I did see that.
So mine start off kind of normal, but then go crazy, maybe. But again, I have some banger ideas, but they have to be mediocre to shitty. So don't be like, oh man, that'd be a good idea. First one, Burnout era Criterion making Mad Max Fury Road, which is just Burnout but with Mad Max shit. Not a bad idea.
That kind of more or less was a thing,
but not the actual Mad Max game, because that was like some weird open world run around. I'm talking just the cars.
But that was a movie tie-in game.
I'm talking just the cars, baby.
Before.
I'm not counting some open world get out of the car bullshit. No one cares. We want to drive, baby. Boom. Number 2, Telltale's 10 Cloverfield Lane, but unable to get any of the 3 actors from the movie. I felt like I cooked with that one.
Well, that would fit, because there's what, 3 Cloverfield movies and they're all actually unrelated?
I think so, yeah. I just want to hear what John Goodman sounded like they'd get, frankly. My third one was Platinum Games TMNT, but the Michael Bay TMNT movies.
That has to exist.
Because there is one based on like the comics or whatever.
The original TMNT game, yeah.
But the live action Platinum Games TMNT would be so shitty. My fourth one is my favorite, and this is the one where I'm like, good God, if I could like reach into an alternate reality and pull a copy of this game out, it would be David Cage's Spike Jonze's Her, which is basically just Heavy Rain, but about the movie Her and like the emotional attachment. But again, it has to be shitty because that would be excellent. It has to be a really bad version of that incredible idea. Next up, again, I thought of enough for the class. I was like, this is the one that would actually exist. A shitty Xbox 360 Top Gun Maverick game made by the people who made those shitty Xbox 360 Sega Marvel games back then. Mwah. It would be art.
That would work. Also, Ace Horizon, if you just did that, but it's Top Gun Maverick, that would work too.
Exactly. And my last one, from the developers of Inside and Limbo, would be based on the Brendan Fraser movie The Whale.
What would you?
Why?
What would you do?
He'd be the whale. I don't know. I didn't watch that movie.
I didn't watch that movie. What would you do?
I just want to follow him on a couch looking sad, and I'm like, yeah, those guys could do that justice. I don't know.
I would give that to the What Remains of Edith Finch guys.
That would work though.
This is tough if it has to be shitty because I had a genuinely like I had a banger one immediately. Because
That's
the best
issue, yeah. Because I felt like some of those could actually be kind of good, but I'm like, but if they had to be shitty though.
Yeah. Well, I had a thought process here that kind of went from one and then to the other, which was like so many of the movie tie-in games that stick in my mind are ones where it's like, oh, if I watch the movie, I want to go then immediately play that game, right? Like if I watch Bugs Life, I want to go play the Bugs Life PS1 game. If I watch Cars, I want to go play the original Cars PS2 game. If I watch Spider-Man 2, I want to go play Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. Ice Age 2, same situation. So the one that I immediately thought of that I was like, oh man, I would actually maybe kill for this game would be an Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, like style Spider-Man, open world Spider-Man game in the vein of like the Spider-Man 2 PS2 game or the Spider-Man Insomniac games, but entirely stylized, like kind of like an Ultimate Spider-Man type deal, entirely stylized in the aesthetic of the Spider-Verse movies, playing as Miles Morales. That I could maybe die happy if we got something like that.
But that's not the spirit of the question, Brody. That'd be a good idea. Because I thought that too, and I was like, man, if Insomniac made a Spider-Verse game based on the movie, though.
Yeah, with like that aesthetic and everything, yeah, that would be so awesome.
Because they do the skins in the aesthetic, but what about the whole world? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where I went from there, because I did think of one that was kind of shitty when I was thinking like, oh yeah, all these animated movies that have this. I went to the next Sony animated movie in my mind, which was K-pop Demon Hunters. And K-pop Demon Hunters
that could be that should be a shitty game, yeah.
It's a great movie, but it would make for a really good shitty game.
Platinum Games is K-pop Demon Hunters with really bad Guitar Hero segments that they clearly did in like a month. Yes. Oh yeah.
Yes, because I was thinking of it just like the Finding Nemo game or like the Shark Tale game with a bunch of just random like rhythm segments for like no reason. Like that could work. That would fit for a K-pop Demon Hunters game, like 100%.
100%. The models would be like just off model, where they look like they made out of plastic.
Right, like they clearly didn't get them from the studio, even though they could.
Yeah. They could have easily gotten them from the studio.
There has to be a phone game for K-pop. I misspelled demon in a way I probably can't say on here, but I'm going to say it once we're off because it made me laugh.
Okay, cool.
There's K-pop Idol Demon Battle Quest.
Ooh.
It's not official.
No.
But you could play K-pop Demon Battle Quest.
But I think, any animated movies would be ripe for the picking. The trouble is, like, animated movies now are such a weird space where it's like Sony's doing good stuff, but it's like, like an Elio game? Like a Pixar's Elio?
The Pixar movie about the talking beavers would make a really shitty game when that comes out in March.
Oh yeah, Open Season, the video game. Yeah, I love that one.
What do you got for me, Justin?
Listen. I'm trying to think of a good movie for this idea.
I got some good ones in chat, if you want me to.
I think I got it.
Okay.
You ever heard of, you remember the movie Ready Player One?
All right.
Ready Player One, Destruction All-Stars.
Okay.
That is incomprehensibly shitty.
Yeah, I really thought you were going to say Ready. I really thought you were going to say Ready Player One by way of like an Uncharted game, because the idea of taking a movie that is boiling down the concept of video games into something so linear, where the plot twist is that they just had to go backwards at the beginning and no other gamer thought to do that for some reason, and then putting that into a very linear game experience like Uncharted just would feel perfect.
Yeah, no,
I like both
no,
of these
no,
ideas.
It's see, my brain went either Ready Player One Destruction All Stars or Ready Player One ImSim.
ImSim.
Yeah. but now that I'm saying ImSim, I would actually go incredibly hard for like a Your Name ImSim.
Your name. What is that?
I need to stop the meteor.
Somehow, some way.
I'm just walking around the town one block at a time, and then you turn left and you just go.
Brody, I don't think Justin knows what an ImSim is.
I
think he's thinking of a dungeon crawler.
No. I'm thinking System Shock, like old System Shock.
Oh, okay.
I think you're thinking of like Myst, to be honest.
I'm not.
No, because the old System Shock does the old System Shock. The first one, I saw the Trav Guy video. You walk around like this, and then you click the button, and they go, "Arr!" And they like do like 2 animations of you swinging like a pole.
They make a crumbling noise. I got you.
Yeah,
like an ImSim from the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to shout out Erkman1, who said Gran Turismo, the movie, the game, which I'm just so sad that doesn't exist.
That has to exist.
Like, if you could have, I can just already see it. Like, you know how movie games back in the Xbox 360 era, they'd have like the actor's face from the movie, a still image with the text next to it. Like, I can just see the stupid Stranger Things guy from that movie just popping up with his "I don't want to be here" expression, being like, "Hey kid, you ever drive a Corvette? Yeah, run this one around the track. Stop throwing up on my racetrack." That was a line in every trailer. The kid throws up on the racetrack, and he's like, "Oh, I'm grumpy. Stop throwing up."
To be clear,
like the thing Fortnite.
With any of these, you do need the original actors, at least the main character, doing the voice, but like very clearly, like
phoning it in.
Yeah, phoning it in the studio.
I mean,
just getting the paycheck.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man line about the lady on the rooftop is probably an all-timer, right?
I got the pizzas for you, Mr. Aziz.
That too. Oh, I think about it more than I should for someone who hasn't played that stupid Spider-Man game. But it's just like the lady on the rooftop. He's like, "You left it on a different rooftop?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What were you doing? Taking a tour of rooftops?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, okay, lady." Like, cinema. That should win the bracket.
The cinema line that should have won the bracket. The cinema line for me in that game is the "I thought I had a bowl of Mysterios for breakfast this morning."
Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 is the best movie tie-in game, period. Yeah.
Period. It really stands on its own as a feat of engineering and technical knowledge and prowess. And anyone who says that it's not the best PS2 game ever made is just wrong.
I don't know. SSX is pretty good.
That was a different round.
Oh, was it? I didn't pay attention. All right, everybody. Have a great week. I'm going to go watch The Whale and tell you all about it next week. Let's see how that goes. Stay tuned for my review.
You got some good ideas.
Let us know in the comments
for the holidays. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you bought anything that we suggested. We like knowing we have power.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Let us know, actually. Yeah. You go ahead and do that, actually.